You're rushing. You're tired. You're telling yourself, I'll enjoy life later. Let me tell you something uncomfortable. Later is not guaranteed. I'm 90 years old, and I've stood at more funerals than weddings. If I could sit across from my younger self right now, I wouldn't lecture him. I'd tell him 5 small things, small enough to ignore, big enough to change everything. When you're young, you think wisdom is loud. Big speeches, big moments, big success. It's not. Wisdom whispers. It shows up in ordinary days you don't think you'll miss. And one day you wake up 90 years old and realize the days you wanted to skip were the days that built your life. Let me tell you 5 lessons I learned too late, not from books, not from gurus, but from living long enough to see what actually mattered. Lesson 1. You think you have time. You don't. When I was 27, my mother asked me to walk with her. Just a walk, 10 minutes around the block. I told her I was busy. I had work to finish, people to impress, dreams to chase. She smiled and said, "Another time then." She passed away 2 weeks later. Heart attack. No warning. No goodbye walk. And here's the part that still hurts at 90 years old. I don't remember what I was busy with that day, but I remember the look on her face when I said no. You don't run out of time all at once. You run out of moments. And most of them look ordinary while you're in them. You think, I'll call later. I'll visit when things slow down. I'll tell them how much they mean to me next time. But time doesn't slow down for clarity. It speeds up when you're distracted. The biggest regrets aren't the risks you took. They're the moments you postponed until they disappeared. So if someone crosses your mind right now, call them, text them. Don't be poetic tomorrow at their funeral. Lesson 2. The people you impress will forget you. The people you love won't. I spent 20 years trying to be impressive. Nice car, nice suit, nice title. I walked into rooms hoping people would notice me, and they did, for about 5 minutes. Then they moved on to someone shinier, someone newer, someone louder. At 60, I retired, and do you know how many of those people called me? 2. Not the bosses, not the clients. Not the people who praised my work in meetings. 2 people. My sister and a friend I once helped move furniture for 40 years earlier. You want to know what people remember? Not your resume, not your achievements, not your status. They remember how you made them feel when you had nothing. The applause you chase fades. The kindness you give echoes. At 90, you don't need to be admired by many. You need to be loved by a few. So stop performing for strangers. Start showing up for the people who'd notice if you disappeared. Lesson 3. Your body is not a tool. It's your home. When I was young, I treated my body like a rental car. I drove it hard. I ignored the warning lights. I figured I'd deal with the damage later. Later showed up with a cane. I skipped sleep for work. I ate whatever was fast. I thought rest was for people who quit. Now tying my shoes is a project. Stairs feel like mountains. And I'd trade every late-night achievement for one more pain-free morning walk. People think regret is about money or love. Sometimes it's about knees that don't bend anymore. Your future self is quietly begging you to care today. You don't need a perfect body. You need a usable one. Drink the water, take the walk, sleep without guilt. Not to look better, but to live longer inside the life you're building. Lesson 4. You won't miss your failures. You'll miss your chances. I once loved someone deeply, and I never told her. I was afraid of rejection, afraid of ruining the friendship, afraid of looking foolish. So I stayed quiet. She married. At 90, I don't replay my failures much. I replay my silence. I replay the moments I almost spoke, almost tried, almost believed in myself. Failure fades. Unlived lives haunt. You recover from falling down. You don't recover from never standing up. If you're waiting to feel ready, you'll be waiting until you're old enough to regret it. Say the thing. Apply for the thing. Start the thing. Embarrassment is temporary. Regret is patient. Lesson 5. Your life is made of Tuesdays. People think life is big moments. Weddings, promotions, graduations, milestones. But life is mostly Tuesdays. Ordinary meals, unremarkable conversations, quiet mornings, familiar faces. At 90, you don't replay your highlight reel. You miss your routines. The sound of someone making coffee in the kitchen, the way the sun hits your window at 6 a.m. I wouldn't tell you to hustle harder. I wouldn't tell you to win. I tell you this, call your people. Protect your health. Take the risk. Slow down enough to feel your life happening. One day you'll be old like me, and you'll realize the life you're building is the life you're living. Don't wait to arrive at happiness. You're already inside it. You just haven't looked around yet. If any part of this felt like it was meant for you, don't scroll away. Send this to someone you don't want to regret not calling. And if you're still here, you're not late. You're just on time to start paying attention.